Hello everyone. So today I wanted to talk about a little bit about my story. So I've been posting a lot about things that I've been buying and things that I've been excited for, and most of them have been things that I have been purchasing for myself to take care of myself. And one of my clients had a little bit of a trigger, and we had a really great conversation about it, about how the money that I'm using from my clients is going towards, shopping, or like a shopping spree. And it was definitely something that gave me a little bit of like a setback. I was like, oh, yeah, I could see how that would happen, and I had a feeling that might happen. But to explain or to kind of bring some light onto that, and if you're feeling that way as well, like seeing me talking about all the things that I've been buying and the abundance that is surrounding me, I first want to say that the amount of gratitude I have about it is beyond words. And funny enough, I actually went today to Staples to get out myself a gratitude journal, which I'm excited about. It's super pretty. Looks like gold. Ooh, matches my nails. So yeah, to explain this a little bit deeper and why I'm so excited about all these things, I'm sharing them. I could not share them and I could just kind of keep them to myself, but I share them because I want to inspire those of you that are in a similar place that I was a few months ago, as well as definitely a few years ago and for a few years. So the truth is that I was probably since I left my parents' place and I left high school, which was a few years ago, like how many years? Almost 6 years now. And calculate my age. When I left high school, I was basically in like a crazy slump. I just had kind of left my parents' home with everything that had been burdening me, weighing down my field, and I was just trying to figure out what to do with my life. I had to quit university that I was going to go to. I had to go to adult high school to do courses for sciences. Then I got into university in Vancouver, and I live in Toronto. I was from Toronto. And then I left that after a month. And then I was exploring and learning about my heart and my journey and who I am, what's my purpose, couldn't figure it out, was in a really long-term relationship that needed a lot of clarification and understanding on my part. And during that whole time, I don't think I bought myself anything. Like, I didn't buy myself clothes unless I needed them, like out of necessity, really. Like, I would go cold if I didn't have them, or I would be really hot. And the things I would buy for my food was like probably the only thing that would really make me joyful and excited. Because I really do take care of my body well, and I always have, because that's the only thing I really have to keep me going. And I've always been very sensitive to food, so it's something that was like a no negotiations for me. And even when I was like living off of like $20 a week, I bought myself like lentils. Thankfully I had spices because I was like a spice merchant traveling around Vancouver. And some of you who I met there and was there with, you know what I'm talking about. Me and my big ass backpack with my spices in one bag, and then my like other spiritual stuff in another, in my backpack with my laptop on my front. And that's how I kind of traveled around. And I was couch surfing for a while too. So yeah, this video might be a little bit longer because I really want to kind of talk about this. It's kind of important. It's important for me, and I think it's important for a lot of you to see this too. So a long time I was really struggling. I was, didn't have much money, and so I was talking about my food. So yeah, I was living off $20 an hour. I had spices, I had my lentils, I bought like cilantro that was like non-organic from like the cheapest store I could find, so that I had a little bit of like greens. And I ate butter. Like, I wasn't fully vegan, but I pretty much wasn't eating dairy. Just butter was like cheap-ish, so I could use that. And I would buy like big bags of oatmeal that was like $3 or $4 at the London Drugs. If you live in BC, you know what I'm talking about. But it's basically like a it's a department store that has like some groceries, sort of like a miniature Walmart, I guess. But I would go there and I'd buy the biggest bag of oatmeal that was like decently cheap, and I would basically just have oatmeal with butter, salt, and that's about it. And I got that recipe from someone I also met on my travels as a nomad and not having much money and trying to figure out my purpose and what to do with my life. And so I basically would eat that, and then I don't remember what I would eat for lunch. I think I ate very little too. So I had a really tough time during that period. I was trying to figure myself out. I went on welfare at one point too. That's big. I have not shared that with a lot of people. But we're getting real here. So yeah, I went on welfare. I had to go to like a job search place where they had to learn, I had to learn as a part of them giving me support, like welfare giving me support to look for a job and go to this workshop where I learned how to make resumes and cover letters, which actually was really great. So I learned a lot about that too. But it was a really tough time, the whole thing. That was Vancouver, and then Toronto was a lot of other stuff of like living with my partner's parents and in a household with a lot of people. And man, like the stories, if you're curious, honestly, if you want to hear more about my story, you just want to hear what I went through, I'd love to have a conversation with you, because I really love sharing my story because it does inspire me when I say it, and also just I think it puts into perspective a lot of what I went through and where I am now, and why I'm so excited about a lot of these things. And you know, they may look trivial, but if you know my story, it means a lot, and it's a big deal to me. So yeah, I went through this whole journey, and for like probably 5 years, I made, if you look at my CRA, I made like less than $10,000 a year. Just last year I made like more. I made like, I don't know, like minimum what a normal person would make, like in the 20,000 range. That's still very low. But I was just trying to figure shit out, and now I'm at this place where I'm so excited because these are all things I always dreamed about. I would write in my journals when I was going about places what I want my life to look like: being pampered, taking care of myself, eating really healthy, being able to buy things and not have to worry about things, and have them nourish me to be able to nourish others, and be able to take care of myself to help take care of others and show them that it's a great thing to do that for yourself, right? Yeah. And I had this dream that I would be able to have clients. I would be working from my laptop. I'd be living in an apartment or a home. And I still have some dreams that I'm still actualizing. So those are exciting to see when I share those too. And it's just, all of this couldn't have happened if I hadn't sat and filled in with my heart what it is that I wanted, or filtered in what it is that I wanted, and opened up to what it is that I wanted, allowed myself to have it, to have that desire, and then ask for it to be supported and to be shown how to go about it properly. So I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't step into my purpose. And now that I'm living my purpose, it's happening. And my purpose is living from my heart, is always trusting in my heart's truth, in my intuitive guidance, and what feels right for me to do, and is in integrity, is honoring of me and of others, and is making sure that everyone is taken care of for the highest good. And I get to be supported in that, in this way, which is like, why would I not share that? Right? Because it's not just me who can have this, it's you as well. And I know that's a cliche, like, oh yeah, you can have this too, I have this. No, really. Like, when you step into your purpose, I see it every time. Things just start clicking together. Things just start happening. And it's just a matter of coming into your heart and really facing stuff. And sometimes it's hard to do that. So, you know, that's why there's people like me who reach out and say, I have a free offering, you know, come and talk to me. Let's have a chat. Let's see what's going on. See if I can help or direct you in a good way, which I still am offering. So if you're interested, message me, comment below. And yeah, that's why I do what I do, because now I get to see other people go from where I was to success and happiness for themselves. So if you see me sharing and you get triggered, remember, it's always coming back to the heart, and my intentions are to share my success and joy with you all. Maybe sometimes it might come off that I'm sharing too much, and I definitely might get to that place sometimes, but you know, we're all learning. I'm growing too, and I just want to be more open and genuine and vulnerable with you guys about who I am, because that helps others and you to grow and heal just the same. So allow yourself to be that too. Allow yourself to share unapologetically and with a full heart and love that will hopefully just permeate into the ethers, and other people will receive and share that with others too, and just create this beautiful sharing and giving and loving matrix. So yeah, come back to love and everything will make sense. Thank you for watching. I know this video is much longer, so if you've gotten to this point, thank you so much for listening and hearing my story, and like hearing my journey and how I've got to here where I am. If you'd like to comment and let me know what you think, or if you have any cool comments about, whoa, you did this, comment below. Like this video, love this video if you enjoyed listening to me talk about this. And yeah, message me if you'd like to hear more, or if you'd like to be supported in your journey too by someone who's been there, done that. But it's time for you to rise, girl or boy. So yeah, see you on the next one.